Welcome to my channel. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So here it goes. The first case that I'm going to discuss is the Asunta Porto case. It is the case of a 12-year-old girl child whose life was tragically cut short. This is not your normal missing child case. It is the story of deceit, manipulation, and a mother's descent into darkness. So, let's move on to the Asunta Porto case. Asunta was born in China. At just 1 year old, she was adopted by Rosario Porto, a lawyer from Santiago de Compostela, and Alfonso Basterra, a freelance journalist. By all accounts, she was given a life full of opportunities. Asunta was intelligent, physically gifted, and excelled academically. She was vibrant. She attended some of the best schools in the region and was enrolled in music and dance classes. Asunta, as many people said, was a child full of promises. She was fluent in Spanish and Galician and actively pursued language learning with private instructions in English, French, and Chinese, as well as German studies at school. Additionally, she engaged in private classes in ballet, violin, and piano, showcasing her many interests. On the surface, Rosario, Asunta, and Alfonso appeared to be the picture-perfect family living comfortably in Santiago de Compostela, Spain. But behind the happy facade were a lot of truths and secrets that were revealed during the investigation. To give you a better sense of their personalities, I'll tell you that Rosario was going through a bit of mental health challenges herself. She was going through anxiety and depression. And in 2009, she also had to be admitted to a private psychiatric hospital for 2 nights. While Alfonso looked like a protective and loving father to Asunta, they came off as a very happy family together. But in 2013, Alfonso and Rosario had gotten a divorce. The reason being Rosario's affair with a very famous businessman called Manuel Garcia. Alfonso had found out about Rosario's affair, and that is what led to the divorce. Everything was going good. Seemingly, they were happily co-parenting the girl Asunta, who was very intelligent and perfect in very multifaceted ways. But something happened on 21st September 2013. Rosario and Alfonso reported to the police station at night looking very panicked. Asunta was missing. Rosario and Alfonso reported that Asunta had spent the afternoon at home. According to Rosario, she left the house to go to the music class in the evening but never returned. The police reported that Asunta was last seen at her mother's apartment working on her homework till 7 p.m. while Rosario visited the family's country house, about 20 minutes from where Asunta's body was later discovered. When Rosario returned at 9:30 p.m., she claimed that Asunta was missing. A search began immediately, but the following day, on September 22, a couple walking in a nearby forest near the family's country house stumbled upon Asunta's body. She was lying on the ground dressed in a white blouse pulled above her stomach and grey leggings. Her skin pale and cold. According to a statement on the evening of 21 September 2013, Asunta, Rosario, and Alfonso had spent the afternoon together, playing games, having lunch, and spending time together that day, after which the incident happened. At first, investigators considered the possibility of an accidental death or a random crime. But as they looked closer, things didn't add up. Toxicology reports revealed a shocking detail. Asunta had been heavily sedated with a high dose of lorazepam. For people who don't know what lorazepam is a active ingredient used in medicine for like anxiety and depression. which her mother Rosario was already taking, but the dosage found in Asunta's body was alarmingly high. This wasn't a one-time dose. Traces of the drug was found in her system from weeks prior, suggesting that she had been drugged repeatedly. During the investigation, her music teachers at the academies also reported observing concerning changes in Asunta's behavior in the months leading up to her death. Asunta also confided in her teachers, stating, "I have taken some white powders. I don't know what they're giving me. No one tells me the truth." In this case, she was basically talking about her parents, that they were giving her some white powder, which possibly was the lorazepam found in her body. As the investigation unfolded, suspicion began to fall on Asunta's parents. Rosario and Alfonso's alibis didn't match up. Security footage showed Rosario's car near the forest where Asunta's body was found, directly contradicting her statement that when she was near the country house, Asunta was home doing her homework. On the other hand, a 15-year-old acquaintance of Asunta also reported that she had seen Asunta with her father Alfonso, which Alfonso had stated that he was not there with her and he was home alone. During the investigation, the police and investigators also found a chilling note in Asunta's diary, stating that she was fearing, that she was afraid that someone in her family was wanting to kill her and had tried to kill her. Porto claimed to have witnessed a suspicious individual, a man dressed in black latex gloves, near Asunta. The couple's decision to not formally report this incident to the authorities and their failure to inform neighbors raised significant concerns among investigators. I mean, of course, if you feel someone is trying to kill your child, why would you not report that to the police? And if you have seen an outsider, a person near your child, and you feel that is a danger, and I mean, Rosario Porto being a lawyer herself, I think there is something not right with the parents not reporting this thing to the police. Subsequent investigation revealed CCTV footage of Porto driving towards their country house with a young girl, contradicting her established timeline of events. This evidence, along with other circumstantial factors, ultimately led to Porto's arrest at Asunta's funeral. Adding to the mystery was the high dosage of lorazepam, as I mentioned earlier, in Asunta's body. Actually, it was later found out or later alleged that the dosage given to Asunta was given by her father, Alfonso. He had gotten the dosage by using his wife's prescriptions and faking some prescriptions and illegally sourcing a lot of tablets. He had around 170 lorazepam pills within 10 weeks through various means. This raised serious concerns, especially considering the presence of 27 pills of lorazepam in Asunta's body. But why? I mean, why would two loving parents try to hurt their child? They had adopted her and given her a great life. What happened that things took such a turn for the worst? To this day, the exact motive for the crime remains unclear. Some speculate financial difficulties. Others believe it was a twisted attempt to reclaim control over their daughter as she grew older and more independent. A few questionable photos of Asunta were also found in Alfonso's phone, and those were also used as evidence during the investigation trial, questioning the parents and their behavior with the little girl. What is clear is that Rosario and Alfonso's relationship had been strained for years. They were separated but maintained a facade of cooperation for Asunta's sake. Some believe their resentment towards each other may have played a role in this unimaginable act. In 2015, Rosario Porto and Alfonso Basterra were found guilty of this murder, and they were charged for 18 years of life in prison. Both Rosario and Alfonso appealed their convictions, but their appeals were ultimately denied.
Encontrado hechos no probados. Apartado tercero. Por lo anterior, el jurado, por unanimidad, encuentra al acusado Rosario Porto Ortega culpable del hecho delictivo de haber dado muerte a Asunta Basterra Porto sin posibilidad de defenderse. Igualmente, el jurado, por unanimidad, encuentra al acusado Alfonso Basterra Camporro culpable del hecho delictivo de haber dado muerte a Asunta Basterra Porto sin posibilidad de defenderse.
Rosario Porto died by suicide in prison in 2020 following multiple suicide attempts. Alfonso Basterra is currently serving his sentence at the Texero prison in Spain. This case shocked Spain and sparked a discussion about how parents and the child relationship is. The complexities of family life and importance of addressing mental health challenges need to be discussed as well. It also raised questions about the impact of public image and societal pressures on individuals and families. Justice doesn't bring closure. Asunta's life was tragically taken, and that beautiful girl deserved to live a far better life than what she got. Her life was stolen by the very people, her parents, who were supposed to protect her. This case tells us that not all danger comes from outside the home. Some dangers come from the closest people within our homes and within our families.